Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Yeah, just wanted to take another look at the daily ADA chart. It shows basically our long-term outlook for ADA. Condition is obviously that here the 78.6 fib level isn't broken to the downside. Then this entire chart could break down and it just produced an A, B, C structure, which would be bearish. That will become the primary scenario below the yellow box, but that's at 5.6 cents. So not suggesting we get there. It's of course a possibility, but I'm not suggesting we get there. What I see as realistic is sort of the area around 13 to 15 cents, the next major Fibonacci level, unless the price can break above 38.5 cents earlier. If it does that, then I have to assume we are already in this third wave to the upside, which will end somewhere up there, somewhere. But first of all, for the next bull run, this is the target range that's relevant, between $4.20 roughly and $6.70. Could also go a little higher. This is sort of a minimum expectation if, but only if we turn around here at some point. First of all, the short-term trend is down though, and it takes a break above 38.5 cents to confirm here that an early breakout to the upside is taking place from the current structure. So that means overall still looking bullish for ADA. However, there is no indication that the downtrend is over. It seems to be that at the moment there is a bit of a change in structure after quite an impulsive move down here into the 2022 lows. The price seems to be moving now into either a diagonal structure or a triangle. So we start to slow down the downtrend, which is good. So this could become some kind of a diagonal structure here to the downside, for example, which means that the downtrend is basically slowing down. For example, one way of labeling this, and again, it's always good to understand the bigger picture, not to lose sight of that bigger picture and to understand, where we are, not just focus on the microstructures. I always highlight the micro counts and the structures on the smaller time frames, because obviously these daily charts or weekly charts, they don't change a lot. But from time to time, context is so important. And we need to keep perspective, because even if on the 4-hour chart we focus on lower and I present you with these scenarios every day and people listen to that and then they say, oh, okay, I'll wait for lower, I wait for lower, I wait for lower, even though they just want to trade the larger cycles and they don't even know where we are in the larger cycle, it doesn't make sense. So we want to understand that we're tracking here a bullish scenario for ADA. We want to understand where the larger degree bullish scenario for ADA will flip into a bearish one. We're far away from that. But of course, the risk exists with any altcoin, right? But yeah, where do we stand? So first of all, one key scenario that I'm tracking here is the potential that the move up, obviously here into 2021 was a wave 1. This year was a wave A down, then a B wave triangle into the September 22 lows, and then now a C wave to the downside. This is one scenario how we can label that. And in the C wave, we have basically this ending diagonal where we say, okay, this was a wave 1, this is a wave 2, maybe this is a 3, maybe this was the 4, and this is the last wave down in a wave 5. But also it should give us one more bear market low. Or in a different interpretation, wave 3 is actually just running now. This here is wave 4, and we come down really to that sort of 13 to 15 cent region. Then we would have here a clear A, B, C structure in wave 3. So this is sort of how I see it as one possible interpretation. Another possible interpretation we have for the ADA chart is that it's just slightly different. That's actually what I'm tracking primarily. The wave 1 would actually end here, would have ended here. We have a large ABC structure, A overshooting B wave, and all of this is a C wave. In the C wave, we're tracking 5 waves. One, I just need to, I did have it labeled before. I think this was our 1, 2. Not so important right now. 3, this is a wave 4 triangle, and then when one wave down. So in this wave 4 triangle, we're basically tracking here A, B, C, D. Oh, wrong pattern. Chose the wrong tool here. A, B, C, D, E. So one more lower high in an E wave would be needed to complete the triangle. If we don't get it, then we are probably in this ending diagonal that I showed you. Yeah. Now, the question that currently arises on the lower time frames, which we want to take a look at in this video, is this D wave of the triangle already finished, and has the E wave started or not? And yeah, so let's take a look at that on the lower time frame. Let me take those waves out. Let me just change that quickly. So let's go to the lower time frame. Yeah, and this is this triangle that I've mentioned since the December lows A, B, C, D, E. Obviously, the more bullish perspective is outlined in yellow, but it would only be worth focusing on it above 38.5 cents. So primarily, we're watching for lower prices. Here, for me, the question is, has the D wave already finished of the triangle, or do we go a little lower in the D wave? Yeah, there's basically two scenarios on the lower time frame. Within the triangle base case, and overall our base case, our main thesis is that ADA will make another bear market low. So it could be that this D wave finished, but I have to say, I'm tracking currently a lot of Elliott wave triangles also on smaller time frames. Looks very similar to ETH actually, looks similar to XRP and so on. So in blue, you can see a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, and it really became obvious after yesterday's rejection here. So if we now see in the next week a move to the downside here, then it should be a rapid move. And if we break below 24 cents, it's going to reset the D wave lower, or even something more bearish. I'm just highlighting this pattern here could be a triangle, this pattern that's evolved since the August lows, a running triangle, which made a new price extreme to the downside. Very similar to Litecoin, very similar to XRP, similar to what could be going on the Bitcoin chart. I'm very much watching for that. And if the price now stays below yesterday's high here at 25.6 cents and breaks below 24, then we have a move to the downside and a reset of the D wave, yeah, or even something more bearish like a direct breakdown. So it's going to be interesting. Certainly watching for that. Any upside here, so the setup worked out for higher as well, but as I said, I'm not too confident. So move up your stop loss or whatever if you traded this box. Yeah, so that's where we are. And essentially to follow the white wave count, which would be the scenario in which we're already working on that E wave of the triangle, the price needs to break above 25.8 cents. That's my update about ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're interested in the channel membership, links in the description. Weekly live stream, yeah, we have one tomorrow. Then you get access to the Discord and Telegram live chat groups, a lot of educational content, and as a gold member, access to the short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.